Rally 1986. Hurricane blown. Conditions won't be the greatest in 1986, but then again, this time of the year, what else can we expect? They seeded number 1 again this year. The winner of the Ravens Rock in 85 and lots of other rallies is Frank Meagher, and that's where it's all starting from here at Cloneen. And with me now is his navigator. Trevor, tell us a little bit about what sort of a year have you had now in 86?
We've had a very good year. We've won the championship, as you probably know, and we had a few mishaps, but we've survived them. And we had a great experience run out in Cyprus there recently.
Yeah, now how about Cyprus? How did that suit you out there? Cost a lot of money to get there, I'm sure.
Well, it was the team that was sent out, so it did cost an awful lot of money buying a car especially for us and preparing it. And unfortunately we only lasted 7 stages when we had problems, but it was a fantastic experience.
Good. Now, of course, it all happened really last year, didn't it? Richie Healy's car that was bought in 1985, and of course that had won in 1984 in Wexford, and here Frank Meagher came along and won it in 1985.
Right, that's correct, yes. And well, it was only last Christmas that I got to know Frank. I was out of the country for the last 5 or 6 years, and
he's driving the enthusiasm into you now.
He's back into it again. I used to navigate for a number of years back with James Doherty and Donny Keating on a number of occasions.
Now he's an awful promising young pilot. Sitting alongside him, what's the experience like?
He's good, very good. He needs sponsorship badly. If he doesn't get sponsorship, I don't know what his future is.
Fearless driver, of course.
Yes, but cautious at the same time. You know.
Now, how do you see the rally going today?
Well, it's completely new territory for me. I've never rallied out here before.
It's home ground for...
It is home ground for Frank. He should be favourite, naturally.
And who do you see as the main opposition now, Trevor?
Well, there's a couple of people who don't seem to have arrived. Red Mills Chevette.
Red Mills?
Yes. Should be our main opposition, I would say, at the moment.
We have Red Mills, who had an absolutely marvellous win in the Wexford Castrol Rally in 1986, and we look forward to seeing Billy Connolly going well this afternoon also. Shell Sport champion 1986, and on home ground to finish off 1986, just coming up towards the middle of November. With me, Frank Meagher, who was after doing tremendous work on the rally for the last 2 years and has had marvellous successes. Major one, Wexford 1985.
Enjoyed Wexford 85. Sorry we couldn't do it this year, but Cyprus took over. But we met up on Cork 20 with a good old spin.
Of course, you're on home territory, right in the middle of home. Your navigator was just speaking to us there and telling us that he hasn't been around the area before, but I'm sure you'll be able to help him along the way.
I'd say there's no problem. We did one in the States on the circuit this year, so we have an idea of the area, but no more than we want to.
Now the
too well is...
Yeah, the stages are pretty rough though, Frank, you know.
Well,
we just come round a few of them there, and it'll be a bit tricky in this weather conditions.
Sleeves and Monazal is a good name for a good circuit stage.
Yeah.
Very good. Most enjoyable stage as well.
Now, who do you see as your main opposition? I see the Wexford Rally champion in the Castle this year is here with us, Billy Connolly.
Yeah, Bill, David James and Frank Abova, they are very good contenders.
Speak to you during the rally. Otherwise, the best of luck for 1986.
Okay, thanks very much.
Seated number 3 in the Ravens Rock Rally 86, Franco Abova. How are you going to go, Franco?
I'm going to go as easy as I can for the first couple of stages and see how the rest of the field is getting on. But you wouldn't have a hope, you know.
Why not?
Second place would do me now today.
You'd be happy with that?
I would, yeah.
Now, in 1985 and 86, you had a number of offs and problems. How do you feel now? Are you happy with this?
Well, the car was going well. It's only after come back there yesterday and to see me was going well, and I had a few off, the smallest high. I had a lot of mechanical problems and things like that, so we hope we'll lift all the problem tonight. For the best.
You deserve a change of luck, so the best of luck today. Thanks very much. Thank you. Gobove, navigator, with us for a minute. It's going to be a rough old day, isn't it?
I think so.
All the sailors were cancelled from England. What about the rally being cancelled?
Well, I don't think when it's gone so far it should be cancelled, you know. So it's the same for everybody. Try and keep it between the edges.
Now, Now, do you know the area fairly well?
Well, the only one I probably know would be Ravensdrop from pre-navigation days. We used to do a lot of navigation rallies up around there, but then again, it's different speeds, different conditions, so you just have to drive it as we see it.
Lots of cars around today. Good old entry, considering.
Lots of cars, and a very good entry for the time of the year. It's the wind up of the season, and whether people are trying out new equipment or what, but it's grand, and I think it's a great rally area. Going back down through the years, like the Ravensrock has been one of the more spectacular events. We love to do it.
Of course, Cloneen here, a hive of activity this morning, and of course the men up on the rostrum at the moment ready to get on the way now. It's a little after 11 o'clock. Yes. Frank Meagher, he's going to be a hard one to catch, isn't he?
Well, I would say as we like playing Dublin in Croke Park, he has a little advantage. But I wouldn't take from his driving ability. He's a superb driver, and I think he deserves.
Number 2, driving the old Red Mills, winner of the 1986, surprising the Wexford Castellali. I was talking to you on that Saturday, you remember you said, nah, maybe not, but you managed it in the end.
So you never know how things can go.
Yeah.
You know, we had a good run in Wexford and things went well for us. We were quite surprised actually to have done so well.
Not so in Cork, of course. The Cork 20 was a little bit of a problem for you.
Well, Saturday was a good day for us, but Sunday the gear stick came up and then I eventually broke it and 2 punctures. So maybe it'll go better today.
What about Ravensrock and Frank Meagher here now? Do you think you're going to be able to handle him?
Well, Frank would obviously know the country a lot better than I would around here. But you never know. You know, rallying is a funny game. We'll do our best anyway.
Okay. Thanks very much, Willie. Might see you later on. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, you just start.
Well, the sweepers car is just going through. This is Larry Myler in the Mini. Of the Carrick rally this year is this fabulous program depicting Frank Meagher on the front, and that's the man we're expecting to see now coming towards us on stage 1 of stage 10, and indeed it is Frank Meagher in the RS. Keen rival in the Chevette is Bill Connolly from Goresbridge in the Red Mills. Winner of the 1986 Wexford Castle Rally. Third place, coming towards us now, is Franco Bove. Taking it very handy and losing time, I would say there. Dick Bailey from New Ross in the Escort. But not this man, coming in very strong into it. That's Lee McGrath from Mitchelstown. Well, the noise from below appears that everything is now back in order. That's David James, who had problems, but there he goes. That's Luke McCarthy from Cork and the Chevette. Another one of the Escorts coming in big trouble there. That's Godfrey Kirby from Mitchelstown in the Escort. Now what's he going to do? Well done, Godfrey. And Tom Regan. Valuable ground and another Escort. And that's the Mallet Hennessy from Glenmore. And Robbie Hennessy. That's Dave Foley from Clonmel. We had thought that it was David James had a problem, but we think it now it was this man. That's Tom Garrity. That's Tom Fitzpatrick there in the Sunbeam from Carrick on Shore. Down there we thought he had come towards us several times, but this time I think we're fairly sure that it is this man coming towards us now. And I don't know what the hell he's doing up there. He's number 98. He's a late entry, but coming up very quick behind him. The old Mark II Escort. That's Martin Keogh and Derek Flynn from New Rock. And Derek Flynn going well, but I'm afraid not going so well, and slowing right up there, number 19 is Tony Cleary from Carrick in the old cadet. Making up ground, hand over fist on Tony Cleary is Jimmy Lambert from Artfinnan in the escort there, tailing her a little bit. Lots of escorts here this afternoon. That's Ger Halley from Artfinnan also. That's Eamon Bolton and Andrew Bowen from the Ross and the Sunbeam. That's Frank Hogan from Limerick in the VW Sirocco. And number 21 there is Michael Cody in the Ritmo, and John Sheehan from Waterford. Going nice and sweetly, losing a little bit on the bottom. Oh my God, number 28, holy shit, Jimmy Butler there and Paddy Butler in the cadet. You could hear him there clunking the gears in a big way. Now we're looking at Harold Dunn in the Avenger. Well, before we move on to stage 2, a look at another one of the many escorts here in the Ravens Rock Rally 86. Well, you can see the back end is now going through stage 1, and we're just crossing the road here to have a look at. Stage 2, the Ravens Rock Rally 86, and coming towards us and setting the pace. Frank Meagher really lashing it there. And he's in car camera. Let's hope the camera's okay, but coming towards us now. Not leaving the grass grow under his feet either. That's Bill Connolly. The pace is fast and furious. Now Franco Bove. One lucky in so many rallies. Could this be his lucky day? This is Dick Bailey in the escort. Well, the pace is fast and furious, and this has already had a little bit of a problem. That's Liam McGrath. Well, coming downhill. The escort is going well still is David James. And a quick look back over to stage 1, and the tail enders tailing him still over that direction. Hennessy, the mallet. Of the 90 odd cars in the rally, 48 of them are escorts, and that's Tom Geraghty. Well, the pace is fast and furious. That's Dave Foley. Well, Tom Fitzpatrick there. That's Ger Halley there from Artfinnan in the old escort. Eamon Bolton and Andrew in the old Sunbeam once more. Larry Meyer sweeping away. He'd want to be going a bit faster than that. Mike Meagher up his rear end, he'll know all about it.
Down there and just move away. 4 minutes. To here in 4 minutes.
And Frank Meagher it is who's coming towards that a hell of a lick. Let's see what he can do. Oh yes, lovely stuff from him. Oh, Connolly, what's he going to do? This corner could be very tricky for them. Yes, losing valuable time. Seconds ticking away. for Bill Connolly, Wexford Castrol Rally 86 winner. But he's losing time, hand over fist here at Drangan. On the two that we've seen already, let's see what's going to happen this time. And he's going well. David James are all going to have problems here. More valuable seconds being lost. Connolly losing 5 seconds on this corner, and James losing on stage 4. No sign of Franco Bove for the minute. Let's see what happens to Bailey. Not a whole lot. You see exactly what happened to him. He has to reverse up and try and get away again, and the smell of burning rubber here, and the smell of him is wicked. And immediately behind him then, really shooting down into this tight right-hander. 98, look at him, tailing her in. Chevette with problems, and this man is coming scalding into it, and will he get around it? Will he be the first one to make it clean? And yes, indeed it was. That's Dave Foley and Patrick Kilfeather from Clonmel in the old escort. Of Franco Bove, but this is the Mallet Hennessy from the bottom of Glenmore. Nice piece of driving from the Mallet, a good pilot. Yes, waving, will he, won't he, can he? What's going to happen to him? Oh my God. Oh yes. Martin Keogh and Derek Flynn got around that one very sweetly. In fact, took it the best so far. And again, pedal to the metal. Is he going to be able to make it? That's Eamon Boland, Andrew Boland in the Sunbeam that we see once again here on stage 4 in Ravens Rock 86. Frank Hogan in the VW Sirocco comes into it nice and handy and goes away that little. It's William Hunt there in the Peugeot. Now Jimmy Butler having problems again, and immediately behind Jimmy Butler, a man that's after doing a little bit of damage there and nearly doing more damage. That's Liam McCarthy, or Liam McGrath I should say, and Dennis Jackson from Mitchelstown. But they get around here at Drangan and coming, trying to hold on, but that's Anselm Parks, the old Avenger. So that's Shea White and B. White in the Sunbeam. That's Terence Carney and Jerry English from Portlaw, taking it nice and handy. Hard on it. Up, Jimmy Lambert, where are you? From nice and gently in the oval. Then we have Ger Halley. That's Johnny Sheen and Declan Power and the Sunbeam. Getting around though, nice and handy is James Doherty. Well, behind James Doherty in the escort, we have another escort. William All there from Fethard on Sea. That's William All in the all yellow. William All doing very well, and this man here having a little bit of wing trouble. That's Earl Dunn in the Avenger from Dublin. And Sheehan in the Ritmo. Oh, nice and gently now. Hold on, Michael. Pile of smoke behind him. Plenty of smoke from the Ritmo there, and the smell off him as well, with problems there. And going nice and steady there. That's Eddie Baldwin and John Carey from quite good action here at Drangan. And from Kieran Malloy and John G. Carey from Clonmel. And nice piece of driving there from Martin Delaney and Jim Murphy from Glanmire. And coming thick and fast now, the escorts, 48 of them, of the 96 entries. Liam Wall, I think that one. And could it be Franco Bove after all this time, having About 40 cars pass by, and it is the one and only Franco Bove. Lovely piece of driving from Franco, but he's way back on road time. And now, very nice and gently, that's Vincent Whelan and Dermot Murray from all the way from Cavan. A little bit of a dinge in the back of her. With them coming together. They're taking it very nice and easy. That's Mary Marr, and behind Mary Marr is Brian O'Connell in the cadet. I have no doubt enjoying the 86 rally of the Ravens Rock, and in a little bit of trouble there is John Mansell and William Kelly from Mitchellstown, but getting away nice and steady. Well, Mary Marr enjoying the rally and going well in the Golf GTI that Frank had abroad recently, and now we're having a look at Frank Brown and David O'Connell from Dungarvan. On from stage 4, the final car we're going to look at on stage 4, and William Marr, another, oh my God, the gears, he's gone, oh, hey. That's William Marr, Michael Marr from Fethard. Ravens Rock Rally 86, looking in good form actually. Anthony Kelly and Billy Crotty, who had a small off. Right. On which stage?
Stage 2.
Whereabouts?
Oh, 6 miles in.
Right.
And we kind of went into mid-air and no brakes, not for air anyway. So
now, would you like to put a value on that nice car now at the moment?
I suppose. What would you say?
I'd say a couple thousand.
Would you say a 14-pound sledge might help her a little bit now?
I'd say a 14-pound sledge is the order of the day, I'd say now.
Good body, Jay.
And you were going well at the time, were you?
I'm not going so bad.
What about the Foley Championship now?
I'm not 100% sure. It all depend on the opposition behind me.
And you're hoping they do the same as you do?
I hope they're the same. I don't. No, that's not sporting, says you. But
But tell me, rollover bars and you had your helmets on and everything else, no problem?
No problems.
No injury whatsoever?
First time I ever did that.
Yeah.
And no problems.
Yeah.
No problems.
And how was the rally going for you at that stage?
It was all right. We were getting quicker. We were a bit slow on the first stage, but as you can see, we got quick. A bit too quick.
Fairly horrific damage done there, really. You know?
Quite a bit of it, yeah. A few big stones and boulders about that height.
So how did you get her out of the stage so handy?
Device, actually. I came in here to get a car. Tractor.
That's a good way doing it. Okay. Now, is the enthusiasm gone? What are you going to do? Are you back again?
Oh, we're back.
Well, I went. There was a car off, and I went to avoid the car and went up on the ditch, and I just touched the car, and Willie came down behind and straight into the back of it.
Okay, and are you out of the rally at this stage, no?
Yeah, it's finished now.
Did that put you out, or did you decide you had enough?
No, that put it out. The steering has gone out of line, yeah.
Anyway, you were enjoying it up to that stage, were you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What are you going to say to brother about this?
Well, there's not a lot, really, is there?
Get out the hammer. Well, service after stage 6. After 6 stages, leading by about a minute, Frank. Well, what's the going outside like?
Very slippery. Playing it safe, we're using wets, out and out wets the whole time.
What about Connolly behind you? He has difficulties as well, I think.
Bill had a few spins, but he's going nicely.
Are you confident now going in with just 4 stages to go?
Nice and steady, I'm going now. Fine hold.
Would you be averaging now on the good fast stages?
Should be averaging about 70, 80 miles. I'm not sure. Today now. They're different.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Red heading off in a shower of mud. Billy Connolly then heading off onto stage 7.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
There we are, Pat White then steaming off down. That's a little done in the Avenger from Dublin. Gone through now on stage 7. We'll look at the Opel this time, and that's Jimmy Butler in the cadet still going. Right, I hope he doesn't, as there'll be major problems if he does. Hang on here. That's the Dials, and on the outside of him then is Liam McGrath. And the Dials been very... That's James Doherty and John Purcell from Medal. That's Johnny Sheen, and the Sunbeam still with it. Another Opel. That's Thomas Sheen, also from Clonmel. And again, two of them coming together, and the lights being given as if somebody is in trouble, but it's Eddie Baldwin, and on the side, two escorts. Now, how are you now? Still going well is Willie O. Another Opel, this time it's David O'Sullivan from Clonmel. Looks fairly badly damaged. 97%, the old Cortina. Kieran Malloy and John G. Carey from Clonmel on the court side. Well, two of them together, this time on stage 7. That's Noel Coffey, the first one. And would you believe that woman going so well? That's Mary Marr. Money in the Ravens Rock in 1986. So is our son, who's leading the rally, and that's Damien Keenan and Raymond Quick and fast. That's John Manson and William Kelly from Mitchellstown, being closely followed then by the Avenger of Des Powell. Two escorts dominating, but there's an old Mark 1 or 2 around as well. And that one is David Fitzgerald. The wee Mini making plenty of noise. There he goes, John Cardew and Raymond Finnegan. Yes, no. Yes, he's okay. That's Anselm Parks from Limerick in the Avenger. Well, Mick Cody and John Sheehan from Waterford and the Whitmore still going. That's William Marr this time from Fethard. Taking it handy. Dennis O'Connell there and Frank O'Connell. And here we have the one and only, the incredible Jim Anderson from Mullinavat with the old Anglia. Few and far of these now left, but this one going sweetly. John Dorn, the navigator. Eddie Baldwin. And just 2 stages to go. And here we are with the leader of the rally, Frank Meagher. Even of the young sensation of Irish rally, and Frank Meagher on the lead, but not leaving up the ghost is this man here, Wexford Castle Rally winner 86. Bill Connolly from Gore's Bridge. Well, it would appear with just 2 stages to go that the 2 leaders have it between them, but this man is also in there with a shout, and that's Luke McCarthy in the Chevette. 1986. This man going well, that's Pat White. Well, Pat White from Navan going well, but the new Ross man still in the rally. Going very well, Dick Bailey in the escort. Well, Bailey up with the posse, and now we have really motoring down towards us. A man that's also going exceptionally well is Eamon Boland, Andrew Boland, another new Ross team in the Sunbeam. Well, with all the top men gone through, it would appear Frank Meagher holding on to his lead from Billy Connolly. And now we have Frank Hogan in the VW Sirocco still hanging in. See. Yes. Driving stones everywhere. Hennessy brothers there from Glenmore. Immediately behind John Hennessy. Making lots of noise. Look at the damage on the front of this one. And he's going exceptionally well. And did we see him earlier on making a small problem? Lee McCarthy. Well, Lee McGrath was in fact there that we just saw. And we saw him 3 miles out of his way earlier on in the afternoon, and now we're looking at Errol Dunn from Dublin, immediately followed by 2 more, and look at the damage on the left hand side, looking at it there. Willie Hunt. Well, David James then overtaking that man William Hunt, and now we have 2 men going exceptionally well. That's Martin Keogh and Derek Flynn from New Ross in the S. Well, I think our numbers were wrong that time, but our numbers are not wrong this time. That's Ger Halley. Fair old lick, the escort. That's James Doherty and John Porter. And the Opal still going well. That's Jimmy Butler. We've seen some great action on the Rally 86, the old Ravens Rock, and he's still in there and going well. Noel Coffey. And immediately behind him, the Ritmore still going well, Mick Cody. Well, a number of drivers won't forget this. Kieran Belay and John Carey, who had a big off earlier on in the day. And now just coming by is Terence Carney and Jerry English. And that's David O'Sullivan. And immediately behind David O'Sullivan is William Hall, trying to hold her. Is he going to lose her? No, he doesn't. But he drives stones everywhere. That's Willie Hall. Taking on the eyes there. That's Thomas Sheen and William Walsh in the cadet. Shortly in to meet the winner of the Ravens Rock 86. Look at this man waving his way up towards the what a good rally it's been. 100 stage mile and only 40 road miles, and we're looking at the last 2 in action for 1986 that we're going to look at. And there's John Sheehan, the first one, and then right back down to 94, Anselm Parks in the Avenger from Limerick. Well, the final control here just outside Cloneen, and we are here with Jim Broderick and John Common, who are going to see the man through. We're expecting Frank Meagher. It's getting dusk, and Frank Meagher is who comes up to final control. Well done, Frank. Well, what's the story? Are you a winner?
I hope so. We were done a minute on one stage, and we have to get that sorted out.
You're done a minute on one stage?
Yeah. So...
And how far is Red Mills behind you?
Not far. About a minute if that holds.
Yeah, well, are you 2 minutes up, or are you...
Yeah, I'm fairly close at the moment if that minute stands.
So it's an either or, is it?
Yeah.
Well, did you have any problems on 7, 8 and 9 and 10?
Not really, only a fly off, a couple of spins. That's about all.
Or was it just tricky conditions or wet roads?
Very slippery.
Connolly, you think, is your only challenger?
That's it now at the moment. We'll see what he comes in with now.
Okay, well now let's... I think actually there's a car coming in behind us now, and maybe we can see now what he has to say. And he's just coming in behind us, so we'll see. Okay. And coming immediately in behind Frank Meagher then is Billy Connolly in the Red Mills. Either him or you, that he might have lost a minute somewhere along the way. Have you beaten him, or do you think you're near him?
Oh no, I think Frank has it. We had a very bad time on the last one there. We went into the wrong tyres.
Yes.
We couldn't get off the line. We were in third gear and we were still sitting there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So you don't think then you've made up enough time to catch him?
I wouldn't think so.
Ravens Rock 86.
We did indeed. We enjoyed ourselves.
Thanks very much, and have a great 87. Thanks very much, Bill. Well, there we are, Red Mills disappearing in the distance. Come on, Luke.
Very well. I enjoyed myself anyway.
And where do you think you're placed overall?
Oh, I'd say fourth. As far as
Fourth overall?
Yeah, fourth.
You had a good day, hadn't you?
Great fun, great fun.
Well done, well done. been throughout the afternoon.
It's on the first and second stage, and we got puncture on the last one.
Puncture on the last one. That dropped you back a bit, did it?
It did, yeah.
With us now is Pat White. How did you get on, Pat?
Now, at the first stage, we didn't adjust our brakes for the wet, and we went off and still on the bank for 6 minutes until we got off. So that destroyed the whole day, really. But we kept going anyway.
Have you made up ground since?
Oh, we made up a long ground, but it's when you do 6 minutes, it's very hard to make that up, you know.
You enjoyed the Ravens Rock 86, did you?
I did, yeah. Well, the 2 stages they were a bit mucky, but the rest were very good stages.
Heavy going all round for the drivers today, was it? A lot of offs?
It was, yeah. It was a hell of a lot of carnage there, yeah.
Well done. Thank you for speaking to us. People after damage in their car severely, but we think the man on the ramp at the moment, there's a bit of a dispute over a minute, but he thinks that possibly having just about made it, and winner and local man here, Frank Meagher, the winner of the 1986 Ravens Rock Rally in second place, Bill Connolly from Gore's Bridge, and of course the two of them have been the recent winners of the Wexford Castle Rally in 1985. Frank won it, and this year Bill Connolly won it, and of course all the other classes are still being fought for, and the drivers and the cars making their way in. It's been a marvellous fun event, 100 stage miles, 40 road miles, and everybody has had a marvellous time at the rally, and now it's time to get all the times, the computer check out on all the times to everybody associated with the Carrick Suir Motor Club.